So we have 2a. If 9 cos s minus 7 is equals to 1, and 0 degree is less than or equals to s is less than or equals to 19, find x. So to find x, given we have 9 cos x minus 7 is equals to 1. So now collect like terms, that is take 7 to the other side. So this will becomes 9 cos s is equals to 1 plus 7. So that is, if this minus 7 cross to the other side, it becomes plus. So 9 cos x is equals to 8. So 1 plus 7 is 8. So divide both sides by 9. Divide both sides by 9. So that means this will be like 9 cos s over 9 is equals to 8 over 9. So 9 will cancel out. So cos s is equals to 8 over 9. So what is x now? X is arc cos, that is cos inverse arc cos 8 over 9. So this is x. So but we have a range, that is for which 0 is less than or equals to x and s is less than or equals to 90. So because of the range, so we have a general formula for the range. So general term or general formula. So for cos, so you will learn this in trigonometry if I do video on trigonometry. So I watch my video on trigonometry on this channel, so you will see all the conditions. So now for cos, general formula for x will be x is equals to 360 n degree plus or minus a cos 8 over 9. So I have also proved this, how we got this. So now what does it mean? So we are going to test for when n is 0, when n is 1, when n is 2, so that we'll get the range given in the question. So that is for x is less than for 0 is less than or equals to x, and s is less than or equals to 90. So all our results must be from 0 to 90. That is the meaning. So now let's do the first one, so I can clear this, can jot it down. So now when n is equals to 0, so x is equals to 360 bracket 0 plus or minus arc cos. Now press arc cos, that is shift in your calculator, then cos. So arc cos 8 over 9. So you have 27.27 degree. Now 360 times 0 is 0. So s is equals to 0 plus or minus 27.27 degree. So that means s is equals to plus or minus 27.27 degree. So that is one value in that range. So when n is equals to 1, so put it in this general formula again. So x will be equals to 360 brackets 1 plus or minus 27.27 degree. How do we get that 27.27? Is our cos inverse of 8 over 9. So now 360 times 1, that is 360 plus or minus 27.27 degree. So if you split the plus or minus, so s is equals to 360 plus 27, so that will be 387 out of range. So how is it out of range? Because the range of values we have is 0 is less than or equals to s, and s is less than or equals to 90. So the range of value of s that we want is from 0 to 90 degree. But this now is more than that range, so it's more than 90, so it's out of range. Let's see the minus. So 360 minus 27.27, so that will be 332.73. So this is also out of range. This is more than 90. So there is no need of doing n equals to 2, n equals 3. Since for n equals to 1 is out of range. So n equals 2. If you put 2 here now, 360 times 2 is 720. It will always be out of range. So that means the only valid result is this in that range. So you now conclude that x is equals to 27.27 degree, that is plus or minus plus or minus. So s is plus or minus 27.27 degree. So that is now the final answer. So in this range, 0 is less than or equals to x, and s is less than or equals to 90 degree. So that is the final answer. So now the b parts. So for the b, given that s is an integer, find the three greatest values of x which satisfy the inequalities. 7s is less than 2s minus 13. Now collect like terms. So if we collect like terms, so this will be 7s minus 2s is less than minus 13. You know this is plus 2s here. Take it to the other side, so it becomes minus. So 7s minus 2s, that is 5s. So this will be 5s is less than minus 13. So now divide both sides. Divide both sides by 5. So this will be 5s over 5 is less than minus 13 over 5. So now 5 will cancel out 5. So s is less than, so divide 13 divided by 5. So that will be 2.6. So this is minus 2.6. Now what does this mean? X is less than minus 2.6. is not up to 3. So if we represent this on number line, so yeah, let's say this is -2, -4, -6. So this positive side 4. So but what we need is minus. So now look at this -2.6. 3 should be in between. Yeah, so between 2 and 4, this should be -3, but this is not up to -3, so it should come before -3. So and s is less than this. So if you go this way, all these are greater than, because you have -2, 0 is bigger than this, 2 is bigger than this, 4 is bigger than 2, like that. So if you go that way, everything is bigger, so we are going the other way around. So we'll leave this circle open, but if it is less than or equals to, you shade this circle. So you go this way now, because all these numbers here, they are less than -2.6. So if you have this, but what the question asks is, find the 3 greatest values of s which satisfy the inequalities. And there is one thing we need to consider also in the question. The question says s is an integer. Now, because s is an integer, where s is an integer, so because s is an integer, then s cannot be fraction or decimal. Watch my video on no types of numbers, so you will understand this one. So s cannot be fraction or decimal because s is an integer. An integer is the negative of natural number, as in like that, 0, and positive natural number. So that is an integer. An integer is a negative natural number, 0, and positive natural number. So an integer cannot be fraction or a decimal. It must always be a whole number. So like that. So that means to find the greatest values of s which will satisfy these inequalities, where s is an integer, will now becomes s is equal to, since s is less than this, so we'll start from -3, -4, -5, because -3 is bigger than -4, -4 is bigger than -5, like that. So these are the 3 greatest integers. So, and remember, -2.6 is greater than this. That means -3 is actually less than -2.6. So that means it satisfies these inequalities. So from there now, just write the whole number. That means -3, -4, -5 are the 3 greatest values of s that will satisfy this result. So we have solved the question. So I know why we don't include decimal points, because s is not a decimal and is not a fraction. It must always be a whole number. So that is negative natural numbers, 0 or positive natural numbers. So we have solved this question.